Okay, Sagittarius, happy Friday. Welcome to your daily focus trail. We have the 5 of Wands. So you are brainstorming something. You're looking at all the possibilities. You're in this kind of maybe even in a stagnant period or a period where there's a little bit of competition. And you're really looking at how you can build your abundance, how you can nurture this idea that you have all the way to fruition. You're looking at the vision that you have for your life. King of Wands sometimes talks about entrepreneurship or freelance work. So you might be looking into that, especially if there's a lot of competition for resources where you're at. But to me, this is more about you brainstorming how you can have your long-term abundance, how you can nurture this idea that you're trying to bring to fruition. Now, you want this long-term sustainable harvest. You want this long-term health. You want this celebration and collaboration, and you're really looking at how you can guide yourself towards it. And this Page of Cups in the reverse, this is talking about, hold on a sec. This is talking about sometimes somebody who's emotionally immature and insecure. It can also talk about creative blocks and doubting your intuition. So when you're looking at collaborating with somebody and you're trying to have this long-term stability that you want, and you're using your willpower, you really need to make sure that they're not, because we've got 5 of Swords and we've got 3 of Swords. You really need to make sure that they're not this sort of 5 of Swords person that you're trying to heal from. You're trying to have that creativity and that collaboration, but 3 of Swords and 5 of Swords says maybe they're not, Page of Cups in reverse says maybe they're not the person to do it with. Maybe this job or this community is not right for you. 5 of Swords talks about a loss, a betrayal. 3 of Swords talks about betrayal and heartbreak that you learn from. And the 5 of Swords, you're not learning from it. It's that tension and conflict. It's even a breakdown in communication. Page of Cups in reverse can also talk about a breakdown in communication because emotions have gotten in the way. So you might think that long-term this collaboration, this community is a good idea, but it's actually not. It's not right for you. Really take a deep look further at what's going on behind the scenes. This particular, 3 of Cups always looks a little weird to me. 3 of Cups can also talk about fate and destiny. But this one looks a little weird to me because only one of them do we see both their hands. So where are the guy in the red cloak and the guy in the blue cloak? Where are their hands? Where's their second hand? They're toasting, and these two are toasting left-handed. This one is toasting right-handed. So there's something to me that's a little bit off in the picture, and that shield hanging on the wall behind them, it talks about defense. The shield talks about defense. You might be eating, this food, and the majority of it, if you were this person here, the green cloaked person, the person who wants the long-term stability, the long-term harvest, if that was you, the majority of the food may appear to be on your side and not on their their side, but don't let that fool you. Okay? Don't let that fool you. This mistletoe in the harvest, I should also point out, is kind of, I don't want to say it's a leech on trees. It grows on trees. It doesn't, and it sort of takes nutrients from the trees. So even though this card is talking about a long-term sustainable harvest, you should understand that the harvest may not be, especially with 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and Page of Cups in the reverse, that it might not be what you think it is. It might not be your harvest. It could be somebody else's harvest. So then we've got 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse, Hangman, Prince of Pentacles, and 6 of Wands. Okay, so this 8 of Pentacles in reverse, you might want to look at, what did I just do? Leo. You might want to look at Leo because they also got 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, but in a different way. So this can talk about feeling like you're stuck on repeat. In the past, it can talk about perfectionism, frustration, setbacks, obsessions. This Queen of Cups in reverse, it talks about insecurity and dependency, but it can also talk about somebody who is emotionally manipulative and dishonest who's around you. So when you're looking at, feeling like you're stuck on repeat, and feelings of not being able to realize your goals, envy and jealousy, perfectionism, you really need to take a look at what is going on around you. You want to have this personal win, but quite possibly the people around you, or even your own emotions, your own frustrations, your own sense of perfectionism is getting in the way. And oddly enough, Prince of Pentacles, when it is in the reverse, it does talk about perfectionism. So that could be something that is holding you back instead of moving you forwards. So Prince of Pentacles in the upright, it can talk about needing protection from career and finance issues, things in the material world that are not going quite right. It can talk about distancing yourself from other people. Typically, it talks about being practical, being efficient, being prepared, setting up routines, habits that help you reach your goals. But here to me, it's talking about needing protection from something going wrong with a career and finances. You want this victory, but it's not happening. The Hangman says you need to get a new perspective on what's going on. It says you might need to sacrifice something. You might need to give something up. You'll notice that the mistletoe is also on the tree of the Hangman. So you might need to give something up in order to gain this knowledge that you need to set up healthier habits, to set up healthier routines, to get this new perspective. You might need to sacrifice something. Here he's sacrificing his time and his ability to harvest the wheat. Okay, so he's almost sacrificing his ability to eat food, right, in the future, because he's not harvesting the wheat. He's trying to gain the knowledge, the language of the runes. So he's trying to gain the knowledge and the language in order to communicate what is going wrong, what is going on here with himself or even with other people. So really looking at taking a deep look. Yeah, take a deep look at your relationships. Take a deep look at where you're feeling stuck, like you're uninspired and you're constantly like you have to be perfect, or you're constantly in the same situation, and why that is. Trying to figure out why that is, trying to figure out what's going on, and brainstorming ways to get out of it. If you have to be in a sort of stagnant fallow period here with this Four of Cups, it's okay. It's okay to take time out to figure out what's happening so that you can then make the changes you need to reach your goals, to reach the vision that you have. Have a great Friday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.